First question, is this fund seeded?
Look, I can't comment on or speculate on flows today. What we're really focused on is the volume and, frankly, the long term for this product. This is day one. We're excited to be at the starting line here. We're really looking forward to the continued growth of this product alongside the rest of our 400 ETFs at iShares.
What do you expect the uptake, Jay? Hey, it's Alex in New York. Thanks to Katie. What do you expect the kind of uptake for all of these products are going to be? How rapid? How do we judge it?
Look, it's tough to say. I think we have to go back to the ETF structure itself and the access that it provides to investors. There's a lot of different investor types that can now access Bitcoin through our spot ETF, and so we're excited about that, and I think that will really kind of prove out over time.
Jay, my turn. I'm going to jump in. It's Guy. Look, if I buy a BlackRock model portfolio, is there going to be Bitcoin in there now?
I can't speculate on that. I would say that, again, this is about access to so many different client types in the market. If we take a step back, there are people who have already had Bitcoin exposure but would prefer it through IBIT, through the ETF itself that could be transacting in this product today. There's people who couldn't access Bitcoin but now can because of IBIT being on the market. So this is about kind of providing that access to a wide range of investors.
Let's talk about who those investors are. So won't speculate on model portfolios, but is this product for retail or is it for wealth managers? Is it for advisors, financial advisors? What's your expectation of who will actually be buying this ETF?
Just like all of our ETFs, it's really for everyone. I mean, I think, what is this solving for, right? I think if we start with why does IBIT have appeal to investors, first, it's the access it's providing. So investors who want to see Bitcoin alongside their other portfolio holdings can now do so with an ETF. I think people who are looking for the convenience of an ETF in the Bitcoin space, kind of removing a lot of those complexities around the cost of trading or the tax reporting or deciding between hot and cold wallets, it's providing that value. And then on top of that, it's really about the quality that BlackRock is bringing to the space, that institutional grade infrastructure that we've really been focused on in ETFs for over 20 years. So when you combine those together, access, convenience, and quality, that appeals to several different investor types.
All right, Jay, let's talk about fees here, because fees across the board are extremely low. When it comes to the BlackRock product in particular, this fund will charge 25 basis points eventually. It does have a 12-month waiver of 12 basis points. And with that in mind, with fees so low, what's the break-even level of assets needed for this fund to be profitable?
I mean, I think investors focus on fees, but more importantly, they focus on quality. And when you look at, the 1,300 ETFs we manage globally, the investment-grade technology we bring to the space, the professional level of risk management that's involved in this ETF, I think people see that this pricing is really competitive. And it's not just about chasing the lowest fee. It's about balancing cost as well as that quality that's coming in.
So that's the investor perspective, but from BlackRock's perspective, again, fees very low. Would you expect this to be a loss leader for a while?
No, we really benefit from the scale of our platform. 1,300 ETFs, $2 trillion in the United States. That allows us to really bring that quality at scale.
Jay, do you think the market needs all of these ETFs? Do you think there's going to be a winnowing process that takes place here?
I can't speculate on the market. I know that our customers wanted BlackRock to bring out the IBIT ETF. So, we're certainly happy to be able to provide that access today and to really solve a client need that we've been asked for over the last few years. This was a multi-year journey, listening to clients and knowing that we could bring a great solution to the market.
What would success for this product look like a year from now? Because, for example, iShares does have a few other crypto-related products. I look at the iShares Blockchain and Tech ETF, for example, the ticker there, IBLC. You take a look at that. That launched in April 2022, only has about $18 million in assets. What are you expecting for this product? What would success be?
I mean, look, this is day one. I would say success is getting here. I think this is so exciting to bring out a spot Bitcoin ETF to the market with IBIT. We've seen from clients over the last few years the interest in this product, and it'll sit alongside our broadest platform in the ETF space, over 400 ETFs. So I think the ability to get this exposure or to consider this exposure alongside all the other exposures we provide really allows investors to get that granularity they need in this kind of uncertain macro environment.
Hey, Jay. Jay, it's Alex again. When you talk to clients, do they have like a pot of money in cash? They're just like waiting and chomping at the bit to buy a spot Bitcoin ETF? Or do you get the sense that they're going to be like selling out of other stuff to buy this thing? I just want to get an idea of sort of how the money shifts.
It's really up to every investor to decide if and how they're going to allocate. We know that there's some people who have been waiting either because they didn't have that access before or they had a different way of getting exposure and they prefer the ETF. So it's really hard to make any generalizations.
And I do want to just follow up on fees a little bit more, because again, you're going with a waiver, and there's several issuers in this field who are going with waivers. You have the longest 12 months. Why go with a waiver? When I talk to analysts, for example, they make the point that financial advisors considering these products, they don't really look at the waivers. They take a look at the eventual fee, the long-term fees. Why go with a waiver at all?
Look, we want to be competitive, but at the same time, we really do want to focus on the quality that we're providing investors. So we know there's people that are excited to get into this space today. We know that there's people that might be waiting, but we really want to deliver that product quality first and foremost, beyond the fees or the waivers.